Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the creator of a unique docuseries. His incredible journey is just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So I've had this public relations firm for about 14 years, and people come into your life, and the next guest is a guy who really inspired me. He took a chance on a kid out of Detroit who didn't know what he was doing when it came to public relations, and we worked together 12 years ago, Michael McIntyre. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm really honored to be here.
Well, I've been so impressed with you. I want you to give a little bit of your background. You've been a wildly successful entrepreneur. So tell us your journey.
Wow. So started in Michigan as well, and joined the Air Force way back in the Stone Age, and served 4 years in the Strategic Air Command, and got my college education while I was there. From there, I moved to Dallas, Texas, and I love Dallas. First of all, the women are beautiful. I discovered they had ankles. I thought, I like this place. This is great.
We both married up.
That's right. And I married a Texas girl. I've been married 38 years.
Congratulations.
3 full-grown daughters. All of them are great, and I've got 2 son-in-laws and 3 grandchildren. Gave my life to Jesus back in 2008, 2007, in time there, and it was a radical journey for me. And from there, I sold my insurance company. I'm very successful in the insurance business. The insurance business was great. We took a company from 0 to $3 billion in sales.
Wow.
And sold it, good timing, and right before the crash. And then I sat around not knowing what to do for a year, and so when you're going at 100 miles an hour and you come to a screeching halt, it's like, what's next? And so I started doing consulting, right, which most guys do, which was good, and started consulting some churches, started consulting in the C-suites and some businesses in the entrepreneurship. And one thing led to another, to where we ended up several years later starting a whole production company. And so I'm now in our first deal with MBA Productions, which is McIntyre Business Accelerator. And we started a new television series, a docuseries called The Accelerator.
Okay, we're going to put the website up, and as we scroll down the website, I want you to describe what this docuseries is all about.
Yeah, the docuseries started out, it was really interesting. This family is, there used to be an Amish family. They were in Amish church and Amish religion. Moved from Pennsylvania to Michigan, again, another Michigan connection, and then from Michigan to South Dakota, and they're master craftsmen. And so there's 12 children in this family, 13, one's in heaven, and there's 12 children in this family, and they all are amazing craftsmen. And so they started this company called Helmut USA, which is a world-class kitchen organization. They make beautiful kitchens, but they were struggling because they were running the business as a committee. And so they needed help. So they came to us, they found us, they went to our courses, and they said, we need help. And then in one of those courses, I felt the Spirit, I felt it was a God thing, said, you need to make a TV show of this family. Wow. And so that's how we started it. That and a whole lot of money.
And I'm so impressed with you because you're obedient, and I know God didn't come to you and say, build an ark. Thank God he didn't.
Right.
There's still hope for us. But when you felt that calling, you knew you had to do it.
I did, and it was like instantly. And then in this meeting, when I said, why don't we make a TV show, a docuseries about your journey? And then there was another young lady was in this show in our meeting from Manhattan, and she says, "I'll produce it," which I didn't even know what that meant, but I said, "That sounds good to me. Somebody who's going to produce it, maybe they're going to help pay for it." So I didn't know because that's not my space. I'm not connected in that space like you are and some of these other people. So it all just came together, and we went and filmed a whole season.
Wow.
And so then from there, we are making this show called The Accelerator, which we want to accelerate people's business, whether they're secular or Christian. Mostly Christian people is what we work with. And what we wanted to show is that we can bring Jesus into the marketplace, okay? And you can still make a lot of money. You can still go have a drink and a cigar, and you're not going to burn in hell, okay? They're not legalistic. They're Jesus-centric, and they want to make a lot of money. Because the truth is, Jeff, you got to have money if you want to support the kingdom, right?
Yes.
It's like the Good Samaritan would have not have been famous if it weren't for money.
Absolutely. I've always said that Jesus was a capitalist. I mean, I don't think he and his dad made wooden tables and gave them away, right?
Right.
So
They had to eat. And so we want to, and so with this docuseries, we show the progression of this family, and to where at the end, we appoint a CEO. And to run this firm, and because you can only have one number one.
And he is an amazing filmmaker. He put together a great trailer. Let's watch it now.
Being an entrepreneur in this day and age is not for the faint of heart. Here is the reality. Fewer than 7% of businesses generate more than $1 million in sales. And fewer than 50% of all businesses ever make it into their 5th year. So why take the risk? What is it about this game that leads a business owner to work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40 hours for someone else? It's because with big risk comes even bigger rewards.
The biggest problem we're facing in our business currently feels like money, but that's probably not the biggest problem. Right now it feels like we're pushing a wheelbarrow with a flat tire.
Now let me ask you a question. What if you could get a $3 billion clue on how to accelerate your business? I'm Michael McIntyre, and together with my amazing wife, Stacy, we built the company to $3 billion in sales. We also have personally created over 175 multi-millionaires, and now we are all about helping others.
Whoever gets the CEO position is going to determine everybody's pay. How's that going to settle in this room?
I just thought, what does this guy have to offer? I'm not impressed by billionaires.
We created the McIntyre Business Accelerator program, where we are opening up our Rolodex of millionaire making experts, and we are personally coaching small business owners to their next level of success. We are joined by our entrepreneur daughters, Brianna and Brecca, and we are taking the show on the road.
You're passionate, but you're rudderless. It's like a boat without a rudder here. There's never a good time. If you wait until it's exact perfect time, that never happens. You just gotta do it.
Our family is helping entrepreneurs around the country reach their dreams. So buckle up and hold on tight because we are moving fast. This is the Accelerator.
Wow. I cannot wait to, when you watch it, do you kind of are you kind of in awe yourself?
It's amazing how fast we got to put this thing together. And yeah, it's humbling. It really is. And so right now, one of our executive producers is down in Orlando, and we presented it at NRB, and we've already got, we finished the top 3 the first day.
Congratulations.
And so we should have something going on by the end of this week. So it's exciting. It's some of it's surreal. It is, because I've never been in a space really before. So yeah, it's exciting.
Well, what I like most about it is that you can influence people through the media in a way that even somebody who doesn't necessarily go to church could be impacted by your work.
That's right. Just like the movie Jesus Revolution just came out, right? Did really well, over $60 million at the box office. Kelsey Grammer did a great job in that movie. So we want to bring Jesus to the marketplace, but Hollywood style, in reality, and show people who the true Christians really are. The true Christians, they don't hate gays, they don't hate trans. They want to love people, and they want to love them well. And they do argue, okay? They're not Mormons, these are Christians, they're real people. And so we want to emphasize that, and the family values in this family. The Helmuts are a remarkable family, and how it all works together. And they still have trials and tribulations in business.
Wow. Okay, you've been doing this for a while, not necessarily the filmmaking, but the helping entrepreneurs succeed.
Yes.
What's your favorite story of an entrepreneur you've helped?
Oh my gosh.
Because you probably have countless, but what's one that like stands out and you say to yourself, this is why I do what I do?
Yeah. So we had a young man come through, and he was quite impressive and was very ambitious, but just was rudderless. He wasn't parented well. And that's what we find a lot of times with some of the millennials and Gen Zs. They're just not parented well in that aspect. And so he wanted to start a small business, and I said, okay, how small do you want? Because I just want to make a couple $1 million the first year. I said, okay, that's not real small, but I like your ambition. And I said, look, let's come up with a business plan that at least makes $10 profit per unit. Right, whatever that unit is. So they did. They came up with it. Him and his wife came up with this little product, and it was kind of interesting because what it did is it helped people find different social media outlets. And I'm one, because I'm a boomer, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't understand the social media world at all, but these people do, right? The Gen Zs and young millennials, they get it. So we started this thing, we started a consulting thing, which is nice because you didn't have to put a lot of money into it. And so there was a big marketplace for this. Well, anyways, the first year, brought $250,000, a little bit shy of the $2 million.
Right, right.
But by the third year, though, he's going to be on point to hit about a 7-figure number. And that was starting with just an idea.
Wow.
And so I like to come in there and first of all, you got to deal with reality.
Yep.
Okay. Because you do have gravity to deal with,
So you almost have a sixth sense about this. And I've had a chance to know Michael now for a dozen years, but your unique gift is you can kind of look at an entrepreneur's plan and in a nanosecond figure out what they need to do next.
Well, I don't know if it's a nanosecond, Jeff. That's kind of sometimes I have to sleep on it, and look at this thing a little bit and kick it around. But I think one of my giftings is putting our aces in their places. I've been into other businesses, gone into small businesses, 15, 20 people, $3 or $4 million a year in revenue, but struggling. Well, they had people in the wrong spot. So a lot of times I like to say, listen, you need to stay in your lane. Right? Just like in your business here.
Yep.
You've got certain people who are doing really good at certain places. You can't step out of the lane. So that's one of my giftings. And then the other thing is to really open up the atmosphere in the office to where people can actually communicate. Because they say they can communicate, but when it gets down to it, there's not much communication going on.
Wow. And you do it in a very loving way because nobody likes to be told that their baby is ugly, but they listen to you because you've been there. You've been to the big dance.
That's right.
Okay, we found another overview. Let's watch it now.
I want to talk to you about next level experience. You might be saying, McIntyre, I've been hearing you talk about next level experience. Why should I be interested? I'll tell you why. Because right now you're thinking, I need to take my life higher. Listen, your life's probably working. That's exactly what we want. This is for people whose lives are working, but they also know that they got something deep inside here that's telling them they want more. They want more money maybe, they want a better business, they want a new career, they want to find that godly man, that godly woman. They want to get out of that rut that you've been in for the last 5 years. Listen, next level experience. We are Holy Spirit-filled people that come in here and we take it on in a whole new way. It's intense. It's not for snowflakes. It costs you nothing up front. It's 3 days. It's an experience that you'll never forget, and it will change your life. And at the end, if you loved it and you enjoyed it, you can bless us and pay it forward. If you're going to take your life to the next level. You know why? Because you are worth it.
Wow, you are just such a great communicator.
Oh, you're so kind.
Has that
Thank
always
you,
been
Jeff.
a gift of yours?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I suppose I've always been, sales have always been good for me. And, it's kind of, I was in the Air Force and I sold a lot of stuff. I got to do TV commercials when I was in the Air Force, did some modeling and stuff, and then talked my way into Dillard's to have them do that. And so I don't know, I guess I've always had that gift.
Well, you're so generous with your gifts and sharing them with the world to make this world a better place. We've got a couple minutes left. Let's have a call to action. What can people do if they're motivated by what they see?
Call Jeff Crilley show. Okay. Get signed up to get some good public relations. This guy's the best that ever was, that ever will be. I promise you, he's really good.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Don't stop. So if they're interested, now a lot of entrepreneurs do want to do MBA, McIntyre Business Accelerator. It's a 3-day in-house event. In fact, they come to our home. And here in Preston Hollow in Dallas. And we spend 3 days. I bring in my billionaire's Rolodex. I bring in assets, legal, accounting, marketing, technicians, social media, PR and saying, okay, these people here can help you. Plus we have panels. We have expert panels to come in and we totally dissect and take apart your business. And we give you instruction. We give you blunt, honest feedback. We break down your blind spots. Everybody's got them, right?
Absolutely.
And look, it's not easy, but we're not there to make friends. We're to make you rich. Okay, and we want to take your business wherever it's at, and we want to accelerate it. And so then after the 3 days, we have once a month, we have a coaching call, a Zoom coaching call to help you out so you're not left alone. So we keep helping you out for the next 12 months.
Wow.
So go to themichaelmcintyre.com and click on MBA and apply and see what happens.
Outstanding. Okay, let's end with the website, themichaelmcintyre.com. Thank you so much for coming on the show and blessing us with your wisdom.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.